right. So the least sexy and probably least fun layer is still very important, and that's the policies and procedures where
Yep.
we're trying to establish kind of a certain amount of expectations for the organization.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be, you know, a lot of people don't want to work on policy and procedure because it's boring. And I would say I probably could understand why you would think that, but it doesn't have to be that way. You know, so, and I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. If you have some particular compliance you're trying to meet, you're going to have some set of policies and procedures you're going to have. It's just, there's no way around it. If that's not you, or even if it is, it's still not that bad, especially if you're working with someone who has templates and has, you know, done them. Hello, I've done them a lot. But if you're working with somebody who's done them a lot, it's not that bad, right? If you're just a small business that needs something, the first one listed here is a good place to start. You could Google a template or ask us for a template or something, you know, just an acceptable use. All that is, hi employee, read this acceptable use policy. It's just letting you know what we find acceptable for you to do on your computer. The one right under there, internet use, is just another common example we see. What are you allowed to do online? What are you allowed to do on the internet? You know, do you allow people to go to social media or not? You know, what things do we expect you to do that's productive, that in things we don't, that are internet related? Can also be email. And then you have BYOD, which isn't really, it's almost its own policy section, because a lot of times you'll end up with more than one if you're allowing people bringing their own personal devices into your network. See, note the reference here, you just let them jump 2 layers. So you may need policy there to address that, right? So don't be scared of policy procedure. It's the first piece. And like Eric says, it builds an expectation. If you've never had one and you implement something, it's kind of telling your staff, here's some idea of what we expect. And we're kind of serious about it because we have a whole policy about it, right? It's not just, I thought you knew not to go to this website or your work computer. You know, it takes that whole conversation out of the mix.
So something in this framework is better than nothing for any organization. Just to
right, and don't overthink it. You know, just get something in place, and you'll be glad you did.
Yeah. Okay.